Hi everybody, and welcome back to Cooking with Mark. Today we're going to make chocolate covered banana cheesecake bites. It's going to make about 48 squares. What you're going to need is one box of chocolate graham crackers, one stick of butter melted in the graham crackers. You're going to need you're going to need 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. You're going to need 1 cup of sugar, 4 eggs, about 3/4 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and that's for the cream cheese. Then you're going to need 4 medium small size bananas mashed up. I've already mashed bananas. I've already mixed the graham crackers. You're going to need 2 9x13 pans, and you want them with foil inside, and you want to spray butter spray in there, cooking spray on the bottom to coat this, because you're going to actually pull this out, and after you pull it out you're going to cut it, and you want to make sure that the cheesecake is going to be able to come out of here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, we've already got this mixed up. We're going to take this, we're going to mix it, and then we're going to divide it in half, and we're going to put it into the 2 cookie pans, and it's going to look something like this. Now they should look something like this when you get done. You're going to then take both of these that you've made, and you can see I have 2 of them, and you're going to put them in the refrigerator until we're ready to use them. You just want them to chill for a little while. I had so much stuff in my refrigerator. Alright, so those are all set. They're in the refrigerator chilling. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to mix up the cream cheese. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you put just the cream cheese in there first. You're going to add the sugar. And then you're going to add the vanilla extract. And like I said, it's about 3/4 tablespoons. And then we're just going to blend this all together. When you get done, it should look something like this. It's all mixed, and it should look something like this. I cannot emphasize this enough. When you're using cream cheese, you really want to make sure it's thawed, because if it's refrigerator temperature, it's very hard to work with. So make sure it's completely thawed out. I've had mine out since 7 o'clock this morning. It's been about 3 hours. So this is all set. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the eggs. And you're going to add 2 at a time. And you'll see that once you start adding the eggs, it's going to get easier to mix. As you can see, it is becoming easier to mix up, and that's just the 2 eggs. We're now going to add 2 more, and it's going to look something like this. Now this is all mixed up. It's nice and liquidy, but not too liquidy. I cannot emphasize. I already emphasized that you need. You want to make sure your cream cheese is actually thawed, room temperature. This does require 4 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, and about 3/4 tablespoons of vanilla extract. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the potatoes. And as I stated, I've already planned ahead and I've actually mashed these. So all we're going to do is just simply put them in here. Now, if you don't want the banana flavor, you don't have to do the banana. You can do just regular cheesecake. This happens to be a specialty of mine. Ever since I started making it, it was a really good turnover. Everybody loved it. You're just going to mix this all in here until it's thoroughly mixed. Now this looks like it's completely mixed, so we're going to let this go. We're going to set it down. This literally is the easy part. When I made this before, I just made cheesecake, and I actually had 3 different flavors. I had chocolate, strawberry, and caramel, and I actually had cups, half a cup of each, and I put the flavor into it, and then I made the cheesecake, and then I spooned it back in and swirled it with a spatula. This is the easy part compared to what we have to do next. This whole process is actually going to take about 5.5 hours for a regular cheesecake because you got to let time to cool, and then it's going to take about another 45 minutes to an hour because you actually have to dip, after you cut it, you have to dip it into the chocolate sauce, and we're actually going to do chocolate and we're going to do vanilla. And I bought these little kits. They're in their own little container. The reason why I bought these, now you can do this one of 2 ways. You can take vegetable shortening, and you can take chocolate chips and you can melt it on the stove and then dip everything into it. Or you can buy this, it's already pre-done, pop it in the microwave and use it. Whatever you don't use, you can refrigerate, and then you can reuse it just by popping it in the microwave. So that's why I bought these. They come with their own little trays. I think it's an amazing idea. So the next thing we're going to do, we have this all mixed. We're going to put it into the pans on top of the graham cracker crust. As you know that I use chocolate this time. You can use chocolate or you can use regular graham crackers. It really is up to you. I use the chocolate graham crackers. I want to try something different. So the next thing we're going to do is pour it into the pans. When you get done, both pans should look something like this. I'm going to try to tilt this down so you can see it. If you have a little issue with it getting mixed around, just simply swirl it around and that'll do the trick. I did that with both of these. And then you're going to bake it in the oven for 325 degrees for 55 minutes. Now, as I did state, it does take about 5.5 hours because the prep time is about 20-30 minutes, and the bake time is about 55 minutes, and then on top of that you actually have to let it cool for 4 hours, and then we're also gonna add the time to prepare for the chocolate topping that you're gonna coat on these. So you want to make sure these are completely cool. So I will see you in about an hour. So these are all done. And you can see this is what they look like. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this out of the pan, and all you have to do is just simply pull it out like this, lay it down on a bigger pan, and you're going to spread out the sides. And all you're going to do is just simply cut this into little squares. Just like so. And these look like they're about a 1-inch square. And you're just going to keep slicing until you get all these cut. And you should end up with about, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 slices. So you have 9 rows here, and then just simply cut it the same way, the other way. Now this comes out to about 54 pieces, and I remember I made 2 of them, so you have both of those should be cut. These are both cut. The next thing you're going to need is some wax paper and the lighting seems to be better over here. You're going to need wax paper and a container to put them in. I have this right here. I've got wax paper on the bottom. The reason why you're going to need the wax paper is because you're then going to heat up the chocolate. And once you heat up the chocolate, you're going to dip this into it, and then you're going to lay it on the wax paper. As I stated before, I have these unique trays right here. It is called Candy Quick. All you do is you simply heat this up for 60 seconds. You put your stuff in it, you coat it around it, and then you lay it on the wax paper. Now I got vanilla and I got chocolate, so we're going to do, I got 2 chocolate and 1 vanilla, so I'm probably going to do about 2/3 chocolate and 1/3 vanilla. And this is how it's going to look. So all you're going to do is you're going to need a fork and a spoon. Take the piece, put it in there. Scoop it out. And lay it in the pan. And do that with all of them. So when you get done, you should have something like this. There is actually 2 layers in here. And if you pick one up, you can actually see And here is the chocolate. This is my first time making these, so I'm actually excited that they came out the way that they did. This was chocolate covered banana cheesecake bites. And my name is Mark, and you just watch Cooking with Mark. If you have any questions, you can contact me on Facebook. You can contact me on Instant Messenger, my email, my phone, or you can get a hold of me on my website. It's cookingwithmark.com. And the full recipe is going to be up there, and the servings, everything. Thank you for watching. Have a good day now.